this video presentation, we will take an in-depth look at the civil analytical drawing on page 44, uncovering key concepts on how to analyze, interpret and answer questions on any given civil floor plan or civil site plan. When answering analytical questions, we will have different types of questions. First of all, our comprehension and graphical interpretation, that is the reading of comprehension and the ability to read text, process it and understand its meaning. Also the interpretation of graphical symbols and features. Furthermore, we've got mathematical application, that is to calculate area as well as perimeter and also to determine different dimensions. We will have our graphical application, that is the drawing of our conventions. Our drawing techniques must be applied and also the different hatching patterns. Our theoretical application, that is to apply the theoretical knowledge on different features and drawing techniques. Our first angle orthographic projection, view placement, as well as our sectional principles and the application of different hatching patterns. You can take a look at our information sheet, which contains our question. Our question consists of our given information. This is first is our site plan. We can locate our site plan as well as the surveyor's certificate as the given information. You can read through our question. We can see that given is the site plan of a proposed new dwelling with a swimming pool and also a title panel. So my title panel contains information regarding the drawing process. And also included is my table of questions that I can see that will have to be answered to complete the question for page 44. Also part of our question is our instructions. Complete the table below by neatly answering the questions which refer to the accompanying drawing and title panel. Our first set of questions will be comprehension questions. So question 1, which company did the printing of the site plan? Here we need to look at our title panel and we can clearly see that it was printed by Spectrum. So the answer to question 1, which company did the printing of the site plan, will be Spectrum. Question 2, on what date was the site surveyed? Here we can look at the survey certificate and we can see on the survey certificate it was surveyed on 19-10-2013. So the answer to question 2 is 19-10-2013. Question 3, which corner is the lowest corner on stand 33? Here we also can look at our land survey certificate and we can see that the lowest corner will be corner E, and that will be 432 meters. So the lowest corner is E, 432 meters. Question 4, how many revisions have been made to the drawing? We can just take a look at our title panel again, and we can see there was only one revision made, and that was to move the pool. The answer to question 4, how many revisions have been made to the drawing? It will be one revision. Our next set of questions is mainly comprehension and graphical interpretation. Please refer to the cover page of chapter 5, which contains very important information to help you to answer civil analytical questions. So question 5, what does the arrow on the feature at 1 indicate? So first we need to locate 1, and we can clearly see that it points to stairs. Here is very important to take note that the direction of the arrow always point up the staircase or ramp for the entire length of it. So if you can look at the example where it shows up, so my answer to question 5 will be up or upward. Question 6, name the feature at 2. So once again, first we need to locate 2, and we can clearly see that 2 points to the W inside a square, and that will give us an electrical meter or a watt meter. It's very important to take note that when the W is on the inside of the square, it will be an electrical meter or a watt meter, and when it is on the outside of the rectangle, it will be a water storage tank. You can look at a real-life example of a watt meter. The purpose for a watt meter is to measure the average rate of flow of electrical energy in watts or any given circuit. Our question 7, name the feature at 3. Once again, we need to locate 3, and we can see it points to a G that is outside of a double square, and that will be a gully. If you can look at a real-life example of a gully, and then we can also know that a gully is an external part of a drainage system placed at ground level and designed to collect water runoff from downpipes. Question 8, name the feature at 4. So we can look at our floor plan, and we need to locate 4, and we can clearly see that 4 points towards a rectangle with a W on the outside. Once again, very important, when the W is on the outside of the rectangle, it will be a water storage tank, and when it's on the inside of the square, it will be a watt meter or an electrical meter. Therefore, it will be a water storage tank. You can look at a real-life example of a water storage tank, and the main purpose is to store water before it's used for drinking, washing, cleaning, or other purposes. Question 9, name the feature at 5. Once again, first we need to locate 5, and we can clearly see 5 points towards a symbol, and that specific symbol is my water meter. If we look at a real-life example of a water meter, and the purpose of a water meter is to measure the quantity of water that passes through a pipe or other outlet. Question 10, what is the fall of the sewage line? So this is also part of my comprehension. If I look at my site plan, I can clearly see that some information was given. So I can see that 100 millimeters diameter sewer line with a fall of 1 to 40 to the municipal connection. So if I want to ask the question, what is the fall of the sewer line, it will be 1 to 40. Just to explain the 1 to 40, if I look at my ground level and I look at the sewer line underneath the ground over a distance of 40 meters, my sewer line will fall by 1 meter. Question 11, how deep is the municipal sewage connection in meters? Once again, this is part of my comprehension. So if I can take a look at my site plan again and the information that was given, I can clearly see 100 millimeters diameter sewer line with a fall of 1 to 40 to the municipal connection. The municipal sewer connection is 1,2 meters deep. So if I ask the question, how deep is the municipal sewage connection in meters, it will be 1.2 meters. Question 12, why would the municipality reject the plan? This is part of my theoretical application. I can look at my site plan and find BL 3000. Then I know, if I look at my abbreviations table, that BL stands for building line. So when I look at my building line in my table, I can clearly see that it has a specific line type. My building line is a B-type line, and it's used on my site plan. A building line is part of your yard or stand that you are not allowed to build on. So when we look at our site plan, we can clearly see that our pool is built over the building line. So why would the municipality reject the plan? Because the pool is built over the building line. Question 13, which elevation of the new dwelling faces Poinsettia Street? This is part of my theoretical application. So when we locate our north indicator and we put our compass over our site plan, it is of utmost importance that the arrow for my north indicator will show in the same direction as the arrow for my north of my compass. So when I stand at Poinsettia Street and I look back at the new dwelling, it is evident that I will see my northeast elevation. Our next question is question 14. In which colors could the following features be shown on a civil drawing? This is part of my theoretical application, and please refer to the cover page of chapter 5 that contains a color chart that will guide you through this process. So first of all, if you can look at the color chart, and we look at the first feature, which is our sewer line, we can locate the drainage, and we can clearly see it will be brown. So the sewer line will be indicated by the color brown. So our next feature is concrete. So we locate concrete on the color chart, and we can clearly see that it will be green. So the concrete will be indicated in green. Our next feature is brickwork. So when we look at our proposed work, and we can see on our color chart that it will be red. Our next feature is the window or glass, and we indicate our window or glass in black. Next is question 15. What must the contractors do before commencing work on the site? This is part of my comprehension. I can clearly see this information given on my title panel. And note, contractors must verify all dimensions and levels on site before commencing work. Architects to be immediately notified of any discrepancies. So when we ask a question, what must the contractors do? They must verify dimensions and check the levels. Question 16. Determine the distance between the proposed new dwelling and the dwelling on stand number 34 in meters. It's part of my mathematical application. So if we look at our site plan and we locate stand 34, I can clearly see that there is certain dimensions between the new garage and stand 34. So always convert your dimensions to meter before you calculate area or perimeter. Divide by 1,000. So if you take 2,304, I'll convert it to 2,304. I must then also look at my building line. So I will add another 3 meters to my calculation. And lastly, the 3,929 divided by 1,000, which will give me 3,929 meters that I will also add. So in total, the distance between the proposed new dwelling and the dwelling on stand 34 is 9,233 meters. Question 17. Why are vehicles not allowed to turn left into Raspolia Street from Poinsettia Street? We can clearly see the arrows that indicate the direction of traffic flow, and if a vehicle is driving in the direction of the arrows and you're trying to turn left from Poinsetta Street into Raspolia Street, you will turn into the oncoming traffic. So why are the vehicles not allowed to turn left into Raspolia Street? It's because it is a one-way street. Question 18. Determine the total length of the stand boundary facing both roads in meters and show all calculations. If you can take a look at our site plan and our land survey certificate, where all dimensions for the boundary line is clearly set out. Please take note, it's very important to always convert your dimensions to meter before you calculate area or perimeter. So we need to divide by 1,000. So if I take a look at my site plan, I can clearly see the entire length of AE will face Poinsetta Street. So I will take my first calculation and convert it to meters. So it will be 20.2 meters. You can also see DE will also be calculated and we convert it to meters. 8.485 meters that we need to add to our calculation, and the entire length of CD of 34.5 will also be added because it's facing Raspolia Street. So then we will add the 34.5 meters, and that then will give us a total of 63.185 meters. Question 19. Determine the total area of stand 33 in square meters and show all calculations. So if we can take a look at our site plan and our land survey certificate that shows the boundary length, please take note that for area calculation for site plans and floor plans, we will always use length times breadth. It's also very important, convert your dimensions to meter before you calculate area or perimeter, which means you need to divide by 1,000. So if we first take our dimension at BC of 26.2 meters, we can see our boundary line, and also CD of 34.5 meters, that is our boundary line on the left, and we can complete our square area. That will give us a calculation of 26.2 multiplied by 34.5, which gives me 903.9 square meters. Our next calculation will be EA, which is 20.2 meters that we need to add to our calculation. We know the vertical distance between D and E will be 6 meters because the difference in length between AB and CD is 40.5 minus 34.5, which is 6 meters. Then we can complete our rectangular area and we can do our calculation of 20.2 multiplied by 6 will give me 121.2 square meters. We still have the small triangular area that we still need to add, and we know the dimension that is left from left to right will be 6 meters. Because the difference between EA and BC is 26.2 minus 20.2, which will give me 6 meters. That means that we can complete a square area for the 6 by 6 meters, and we can do our calculation of 6 multiplied by 6, which will give me 36 square meters. We will only use half of the square area, which means that we will only use the 18 square meters that we need to add. So our calculation will be 18 plus 121.2 plus 903.9, and that will give me 1,043.1 square meters. Another way that we can do our calculation is to use the entire length of BC, which is 26.2 meters, and we multiply that to 40.5 meters, which is the entire length of AB. That then will give me a dimension of 1,061.1, and then we can deduct the 18 square meters, which means that our answer will be 1,043.1 square meters. Question 20. In the space in the title panel, draw in neat freehand the front view and top view of the SANS 10143 graphical symbol for a shower. You can take a look at our question 20. And we look at the space provided. That is where we will draw our convention for the shower. And please take note, this is part of my graphical application. And always refer to the second page of chapter 5, which contains my graphical civil symbols and my civil conventions. So first we need to locate the shower, and we can look at our convention for our view on plan that we will draw in our floor plan. And we can also look at the convention that we will see in our elevation. I can use my space provided, and I can draw in neat freehand the top view for the shower as well as my front view for the shower. The reason why my front view is drawn at the top and my top view is drawn at the bottom is because of my first angle orthographic placement, where I can clearly see my front view is drawn at the top with my top view drawn right underneath the front view at the bottom. Please take note that the instructions states that we must draw our convention in neat freehand, which means that there will be a mark allocation for drawing the convention in freehand. So no instruments may be used when the instruction states freehand. And this concludes our explanation for page 44 on civil analytical drawings.